Hello and welcome back to the Stress Bread Vodcast. I'm your host, Spencer Jones, and I will of course be joined by my co-host, LJ. Now, unfortunately, the rest of the Stress Bread crew could not make it to today's episode on account that they went on holiday without telling us. However, to make up for their absence, we have a special guest for today's episode. Can I get a drum roll from the audience? Thank you very much, audience. Today, we will be joined by the one, the only, Mr. Schaefer.
Hey! Hey!
Welcome to the
Hey!
podcast. Mr. Schaefer, can you please take a seat?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright.
Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Schaefer.
Thanks, homie.
We do love the enthusiasm, yes.
Alright, so tell us, what's a day in the life of Mr. Schaefer like?
Oh, LJ's got an accent, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened.
That's all right.
He just picked it up last week.
Yeah. Day in the life. Okay, so I wake up, feed my dog, and we play a little bit, and then arm wrestle. And she's a pit bull, so she wins every time. And then I work out for about 3.5, 4 hours. Lots of weightlifting, cardio, all that stuff. By then it's like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I play with my dog a little bit more. I eat breakfast, 2-3 dozen eggs, and then a couple chickens.
Gotta get that protein.
Yeah, definitely. And then about 9 cups of coffee. And then I come into work. I get here about 7, and then I do this. And then when I'm done, I go home and I work out for another like 3 or 4 hours, maybe. Play with my dog more. Watch anime for like 3 hours, and then I go to sleep.
That sounds like more than a 24-hour day. Can you tell us your secret?
So when you turn into an adult, actually you level up and you get more hours in the day. You guys don't know this yet. I'm not supposed to tell you, but after 24 hours, you can unlock more if you have enough XP by the time you turn 18.
That sounds awesome. Why did no one else tell me
By
about
the time you're
this?
80, every day is like 300 hours.
That's why
great.
80-year-olds are so wise.
That's why they wake up at 4 in the morning.
Makes sense.
Alright, where did you graduate from? High school.
Yeah, this one right here, Sandy High School.
And do you have any stories from high school?
Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, one time. No, I can't tell you that.
Classified?
Right. My friends and I. No.
Also classified? Wow, okay.
Yeah, classified. Let's see. Oh, so Mr. Salvador. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Can't tell you that either. Yeah, it's all classified.
I guess we'll just have to hack the database later.
Yep.
That'll be for the next episode. Note that. What might be something you failed at in life?
Well, most of it. But that's a good thing, right? Right? Everybody
Yes,
fails
sure.
and you learn from it. No, I'm just kidding. I've never failed at it. I've done everything perfect.
Alright,
Yeah,
that's good.
my whole life.
We'll see what your file says.
Yeah, true.
What's your favorite place to go and have a bite to eat? And what's your usual order there?
Oh man. Okay, here in Sandy, I don't know if all of you know this, but here in Sandy there's this like quaint little, just beautiful and incredibly authentic Mexican restaurant, and I love going there as often as I can. They have just the most authentic food you can probably find in the state of Oregon, I swear. And what's it called? Oh, have you ever been? It's called Taco Bell.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Right here in Sandy.
What's your usual order there?
So I get the same thing every single time from this. It's just so authentic. Burger and fries.
Burger fries.
That
Yeah.
sounds quite lovely. I must
wonderful.
admit, I'm gonna have to go try that after this episode's over.
Yeah, and I love this Taco Bell, the one here in Sandy, because they're so fast. It's so quick. It gets to you just immediately, and it's correct every single time.
Sounds like great service to me.
Yeah, and you do not get stuck in the drive-thru if you decide to go in the drive-thru.
Unfortunately, we're not sponsored by Taco Bell, but if you'd like to sponsor us, give us a call.
Yeah.
Alright. What is something you wish someone told you about your job before you started?
Well, I wish somebody had told me how terrible all the students are.
Yeah, we are pretty terrible
Okay.
people.
Yeah, that would have been no offense. No offense. It just would have been nice to know.
That.
Yeah.
So may we ask what happened to your hand?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. A student bit me.
Oh, I see. Those freshmen are ravenous.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that is mine. All right. Now that we have gotten to know you a little bit better, may we ask how long have you been working in digital design?
Let's see. 60 years.
Wow, that sounds like quite a long time.
Yeah.
Well, today we're going to put your knowledge to the test with our new trivia game. Can we get a clap?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shush.
Thank you.
Shh. Thank you. Question 1. When was the first camera created and what was it?
Oh yeah, that was back in what was it? 1776 or so. Right back. There's a lot going on then. But my buddy and I, Scott was the one who invented it. Scott Lang, and he's this normal sized dude, but then he was like, all of a sudden he discovered he could get really, really, really small. Yeah, so he was able to like work with circuits and stuff, and we created the first camera. Yeah, back in the late 1700s.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Perfect. Question 2. What is the keyboard shortcut to save a project on Adobe Premiere?
Oh, Control Shift Windows key Alt J.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. I will have to go and try that once we're over because I have a project that is not saved and I am terrified that Adobe
Bad
Premiere is
idea.
probably going to
Sorry,
crash.
how far are we into the school year and you haven't learned how to save?
We're online.
I'm a terrible teacher.
Yeah, but I'm a
who took-
terrible student. It's fine.
That's true. Yeah.
Who took the world's first photo?
Well, I mean, it was me. My buddy Scott, he invented that camera, and then he was still like really, really small. He didn't ever really figure out how to get back to normal size, and so he couldn't operate the camera, and so he asked me to, and I took a picture of him.
That would explain why we read about you in the history books.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of the first motion picture?
Oh, that was the first motion picture was to prove that all 4 of a horse's hooves are off the ground at the same time so that a guy could win $1 billion.
That doesn't sound right to me. You were on such a roll there, and then
Dang.
you just messed it up.
Sorry, dude.
It's okay. We got 2 questions left. You can make up for it.
Okay.
Around what year was color photography created?
2005.
That's
2005.
that would explain why I saw in black and white for the first year of my life.
Yeah.
Pretty weird.
Yeah.
And for your final question, where did the word photography originate from?
Oh, the old, ancient future Martian word, photograph.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I love that word.
Yeah, it's hard to say for us earthly humans.
Yes, they were quite advanced for our time.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for coming on to the vodcast today, Mr. Schaefer. And
You're
thank you, audience, for tuning in to this episode of the Stress Bread Vodcast. We'll see you next week.
Bye.